Hey there everybody, Johnny T here, and today we're going to fix the Citizen watch. This is a gold-plated Citizen quartz watch with a black dial. It's like a jet black dial. It's very black, which I think is amazing. Like, this is like a charcoal black. This is like a jet black. It is very, very, very black, which is, again, pretty cool. It's got Roman numerals on the bezel that indicate the hours. Otherwise, it really reminds me of like a Movado. It's a really like sterile dial. Is that what they call it? Sterile dial. Minimalist, I think, is another way to describe a watch like this. That's how, if I were selling it on eBay, I would describe this as a minimalist dress watch. It's only got an indicator at the 12 o'clock. Not too dissimilar from a Movado. The difference is Movado's got a bowl and Citizen's got a rectangle that's kind of convex. And Movado's is concave, isn't it? It's got a date wheel, or a date indicator, and check that out. Not only does it have a date indicator, but it's also got a black background on there. Also, you could barely read what the numbers say, can you? It's like a really dark gray on a black background. That is extremely difficult to read. But yeah, no, otherwise, like, you know, like if you're into this, if you really like the black on gold, which, by the way, they do contrast quite well, don't they? And these gold, all this gold, hours hand, minute hand, looks like it's got a seconds hand as well, so it's a three-hander. This is very nice and contrasty. So if you're into that, if you like contrast, you're gonna love to wear this watch now, aren't you? And it's got dust in it, which is driving me crazy, but I can't get this particle out. Like, there is a dust particle in here. I don't know if I'm gonna catch it on camera. Yeah, it's right there. Right, and I'm using black tweezers like an idiot. It's right there. Anyways, enough about my OCD tendencies. This is a cool watch. It's nice, it's thin, it's small. A very cool dress watch you could wear with your engagement ring or your wedding band or something. As long as it's yellow gold, or that's this kind of color, because, you know, you don't want to wear gold with like white gold or sterling, obviously. Oh, I'm wearing my glycine today, by the way. I don't do that enough. This is a glycine combat sub. It's got a problem. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm kind of ashamed, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Anyways, you want to wear gold, that's what they say, you know, like anybody who's an alpha male, or what do they call it, metrosexual, they like to tell you to pair your metals, or, you know, make sure they're all like colored. And does it really matter? I don't know, probably not. You could probably do whatever the heck you want. You could wear a two-tone watch, and then you could wear whatever jewelry you want, because a two-tone watch is both, it's like you got gold on some of it, and then you got silver on the other. It's two-tone. So what does that mean to the fashion police? I have no idea. Anyways, that's why two-tone's really hard to sell, I think, is because it's clashing in people's minds. That's the point, isn't it? Okay, so this has a really nice small taper. You know, the last link coming off the lug here tapers down, and then it's pretty much done. But it's got this, I think this is 5 links if I could count. 7 links, sorry. Very comfortable. The more links you got, the more comfortable it kind of is. May or may not be a hair puller. It depends. Usually these flat pressed links like this tend to pull hair. It's just kind of my experience. And I would know because I do believe I've got some hair on my wrists. So yeah. Usually when they're really flat and inflexible like this, they like to pinch the hairs and then pull them. This bracelet's got some wear to it. You could see the silver coming through in the high marks, so the gold plating's not perfect on one side. Usually people, like, you see how I'm wearing my watch right now. Actually, this is a good example of this, what I'm talking about. This is me wearing my watch normally. You see how this side of the bracelet is making contact with the table? So somebody who likes to rest their arms on a table, they tend to wear out the, I'm going to call it the top part of the bracelet. I don't know. The part furthest away from your body, I guess, or something. I don't know. And I see this a lot on used watches. And that's what's happening here. So this side of the bracelet is worn to crap, whereas this side of the bracelet, look at how new and shiny and beautiful that looks. It doesn't even look worn, honestly. So that's a thing that happens a lot because people like to rest their wrist on surfaces, and then it takes off the finishing. So, anyways, the way you would remove links from this. So they have little arrows. I'm gonna pretend because I can't find it right now. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is like my little spring bar push tool. So there's actually these really faint arrows here. You can see an arrow right there. And what you do is you would push in right here, and then you just push in this direction, and then this flat piece will come out, and then you can just pull it out with some pliers, or you can keep pushing in this direction, and then eventually the links will separate. So that's how you would do that. I've had people ask me before how you would remove links for something like this. So now I'm just in the habit of thinking about it, which is probably not a good thing because we just want to watch me put a battery in this watch. Anyways, the back of it, it says Citizen Watch Co. Water Resist Base Metal YP 5510 hyphen. That's probably just I don't know, maybe that's the movement, and then I'm not sure what the rest of that is. It's got a serial number, so on and so forth. It's got an arrow pointing at a 10. Not sure what that's about. Nice little crown. I just got a huge fingerprint on the crystal. I just spent all this time polishing it too. This really reminds me of a Movado. Like, I think Movado even has the same, like, pointy hands like this one. Anyways, let's see if this date will change really quick. 18... Nope. So now we're in the PM, I'm assuming. It's got a CQ at the bottom, I didn't realize. Probably, I don't know what that stands for. I can't remember. But it's got CQ at the bottom there. Come on, change. And it changed. Okay, so now it's at 19. You probably can't tell because it looks like 18. Because gray on black. But yeah, so that's working. That's good. Let's see if I believe it has a quick change function. It does. And that seems to be working. Make sure you're in. I usually go to like 6:30ish. Make sure you're in 6:30 so you don't damage any of your calendar teeth doing the quick change there. Okay, so it's time. I think it's finally time. We're almost 9 minutes in. It is time to take the case back off of this watch. And also, this bracelet's proprietary. You can't change it, really. And it looks like it uses a pin and collar, too. Yeah, pin and collar. That's kind of crazy. So I'm not going to mess with that. Anyways, time to take the case back off and actually put a battery in here. So you can tell where people have been prying up on it over here. It's got a little lip there. That's where you insert your tool. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I use a Bergeron 7403. This is my tool choice for case backs. I mean, it does like 90% of them. That was easy. Extremely easy. Beautifully easy. Okay. The back of this says Movement Japan, case assembled in Korea, I believe. You can kind of see KOR there. So Japanese movement, Korean case. It's got a notch here. It does have a little gasket, which is cool. I don't know if I'm going to service this gasket, though. Because nobody in the right mind should be getting a watch like this wet, in my mind, because it's an old dress watch. Gasket's still kind of supple, too, though, honestly. That's cool. Oh, man, this has... So it's got a gold-plated movement. That's awesome, actually. But look at that. It's got fingerprints and stuff on there. That's what that is, I believe. Let's get some Rodico and see what happens. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Yep. That's what that is. Really, really old fingerprints. So the oil in your fingerprints is lightly acidic. And sometimes you can, if you touch metal like this, you could actually etch your fingerprint into the metal over time because of the acidity. But that has not happened here. And this movement's cleaning up. Whoever touched it is should probably not open watches, I guess. I don't know. But look at that. Cleaned up very nicely. We don't have a fingerprint on there anymore, so it did not etch, which is good. Probably gold plated. Gold doesn't really get it affected by oxidization and stuff like that. So, anyways, so the I believe the movement is a 5510A, Japan Citizen watch, no jewel. It's got 280-31 down there, it seems. Very cool. I like the way this looks, actually. Got your push button over there to take the crown out. All right, let's get this battery changed finally. How does that sound? I think we should probably just get the battery changed. So there's a bunch of ways to kind of pry this battery out. I really don't want to take the movement with it though, so perhaps I should just hit it right here. There's a little wire over here that's keeping the battery in place. So let's do this. There we go. Yeah, interesting. So there's a little wire right there. You can see it. That was keeping that battery in place. It's pretty interesting. Okay, I'm surprised I could see that. I don't think my eyesight's that good, but I could see stuff like that, so it must be pretty decent. So this is apparently a 371-370 battery. Let's find out if that's what the Swiss call it as well. Yep, 371-370. So I should have some of those. Yes, I have many of them. Many. Okay. Where's my plastic tweezers? Okay. So I'm going to get this underneath that wire. And I'm just going to press it down. We're getting this on camera? Yeah. Sorry, I forget that I'm recording sometimes. Okay. That was really easy. I don't see anything moving. I wonder if it's gonna work, perhaps. Ooh, it just popped out. Why did that happen? Okay, let's just get the case back on then. Maybe that's why I don't think it's running right now. Should be easy. Yeah, that's super easy to pop back in. Oh, it is running. Check that out. Cool. Yeah, it's hard to see because the seconds hand's so thin and this dial is very black. So, okay, so the way you got it set one of these watches is you got to go by the hour or the 5-minute increments is what I meant to say. So when I set this watch, I'm gonna wait until it's like 7:05 because you can't tell where 7:06, 7:07, 7:08, etc. is. Like you can't tell where any of the other indices are. You just kind of guesstimate, and I hate doing that. I like to get it to pinpoint it with a 5-minute increment or at the hour indices. This is how a lot of watches like this are. It's just easier. And some watches you can only do like 15-minute increments because like everything in between is so like vague. But you know that a 90-degree angle or whatever degree angle. Well, yeah, it'd be basically a 90-degree angle from 12 o'clock if it was, whatever 15, or it'd be straight down if it was whatever 30, and then it'll be a 90-degree angle in the other direction if it was whatever 45. So that's really a good way to kind of pinpoint, because like some watch faces have no indices at all whatsoever. So that's how I usually have to do that. It's pretty fun. But there we go. I don't think I'm going to service the gasket in this one. You know what? What are we at? 16 minutes? I think I will. I think I'm going to do that really quick. It's just a good idea, honestly, to just do that. I might as well. And this case back is so easy to work with. The problem is this gasket's really recessed in there. So that wasn't much of a problem. But look at how like it's still got like gasket grease on there. Like look at this looks like a new gasket. I think somebody was wearing this recently, honestly, because this watch might be from like the late 80s maybe, and it looks like it's got nice fresh grease on it, honestly. So I'm just gonna kind of rub that off with my hands. Yeah, no, this is in good condition, honestly. Very, like, look at it. Ooh, buddy. Anyways, where's my thing? Alright, I'm gonna throw it in this. Shouldn't put it on a dirty table. It's gonna collect dust and stuff. My bad. Gotta clean that off again. Okay, throw that in there. Do this. Do one of these. Flip it around. I don't think I moved at all. I don't think that moved at all. Do it again. Now it did. That looks fine, honestly. Yeah, it looks pretty evenly distributed. I'll just tap it in and make sure it gets some grease on there. Cool. Alright, very good. I'll just reapply that inside of... I'm gonna get a brush, and I'm just gonna brush the channel really quick off camera, just to kind of get any dirt or debris out that might cause issues with the water resistance. This watch should be pretty... I mean, it should be good for up to like 30 meters at least, which is... Whoop, I dropped the case back. Ugh, 30 meters is pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna get a rocket blower. Oh, I haven't been blowing my watches out. Silly me. I forgot all about blowing case backs out, or movements out for a bit. All right, silly me. Anyways, I always forget something. Okay. Let's yeah, I fixed like 3 or 4 watches without blowing the movements out. That's fine. I'm sure it's fine, because none of the watches I have fixed recently work. Actually, I don't think a single one has. Yeah, none of the watches that I've worked on. I think I've tried to fix like 3 or 4 of them. None of them work. So I don't think it's a big deal that I didn't blow them out. There we go. Get this back in the channel. Good. Looks good. This might be the first watch that I've actually successfully repaired recently, so I will go ahead and blow this out again. And the battery popped out, which is fantastic. I don't know why that's happening. It's kind of silly. Okay. Trying to line the case. That looks good. Just like that. And we're done. If I want to get the dust out of, I might. I don't know. The thing about, okay, so here's the thing. A watch like this, probably worth $70, 75, maybe 80. I'm guessing somewhere between $50 to like $80 is what this is worth. Okay, so I could put the effort in and really clean it up and get the dust particles out of the inside of the watch. I'll think about it. I don't know if I will or not. I might just disclose that it's got that problem when I sell it. I don't know if this watch is worth the work, you know. We'll see. It might be. I mean, if I could sell for over 100, I will absolutely take it apart and clean it up. But as it stands at the moment, I think I'm just going to leave it be. And this is a watch that I will probably get to. This might be like watch number 100 that I get to when I'm listing watches. I try to get the most expensive ones online first, and I have there's a lot of watches in the queue that are worth more than this one. So watches like this, and then I keep buying watches. So this one keeps moving back more and more and more into the queue. And that's kind of how it goes with a lot of my watches. I have like bins and bins of watches that I've done a video on that I've fixed that I've been meaning to sell, but they're not worth listing yet. So I don't know. I might have a backlog forever at this rate. But anyways, enough about that. Let's get dimensions and call it a video. So this watch, it looks like it's probably 34 millimeters to me. Yeah, 35 millimeters. That is not bad. I think 34 is probably 32 millimeters is the absolute smallest you want to go when you have like small wrists as a man, I would imagine. But 35 millimeters not bad. 36 is not a bad size. Anyways, this is a proprietary bracelet, but essentially the lug width at the taper is like 18 millimeters thickness. This is a thin watch, 7.2 millimeters thick, beautiful. And then the lug to lug is 41.5 millimeters. What dimension am I missing? Case size, lug width. That's it. Yeah, this is a nice watch, honestly. Like, it's like a Japanese Movado, essentially. Is it? I mean, it's not worth as much as well. That's debatable. I mean, some Movados are pretty cheap, actually, believe it or not. Like some Movado, like especially women's Movado watches, for some reason they go for like $100 or less. But this watch on a 6.5-inch wrist. You know, that's what that looks like. That's not bad. Like, it fills up about a third of my wrist, the top of my wrist. It's actually, yeah, about a third. You know, that doesn't honestly look that bad. And I don't actually think this is going to fit. I forgot to talk about the clasp, so it's just, you know, one of these. It's got Citizen on there, stainless steel. But I don't know if this is going to be long enough to fit my wrist. Oh, look at that. It is. Check it out. I could wear this. Look. Nice and loose. I could wear this watch if I chose to, because it actually fits me. It's not bad for a dress watch. If I had a gold wedding band, look great, honestly. All right, there you go. If I helped you fix your Citizen watch, your Citizen CQ dress watch with this movement in it, it'd be great if you could like and subscribe. If you thought this was interesting, feel free to like and subscribe for that reason as well. I've got a 25-minute long video about some watch that nobody's ever even probably seen before, but yeah, I guess I like doing this. I don't know what to say. And seeing a watch move, like, work after it hasn't been touched for who knows how long. Like, some of these watches haven't been touched in 30, 40 years. And stick a battery in it and see the hands move is crazy to me. Like, I can't believe that that's something that can happen. So, anyways. All right, well, thank you for watching. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.